guys. Looks like we got a couple people in here. Yay! Hey, girl. How are you? I am just pulling up the chat on my computer. Let's see. Live control room. I just want to pull it up here. Pop out chat. All right. We've got a few people in here. All right, we got Leisha J. Hey, girl. Wife on a budget. Let me know where you guys are watching from, too. I love hearing where people are watching from. Ashley D. Baby Step into Freedom. Melody. Charity. Samantha. C. Fulton. Okay, C. Is your name C or CJ? Because I feel like your name is CJ and I've seen that in other places. Let me know. Am I just crazy? Am I just making that up? Or has it always just been C? Ashley D is in Ohio. Melody's in Raleigh. Wife on a budget is in Canada. I didn't know you were in Canada. Charity's Tennessee. Amber is Ohio. Paired with Wine is from Minnesota. See, Las Vegas and Sam's Club. That is awesome. Donna Reed, hi from Salt Lake City. I've been to Salt Lake. In Park City. Salt Lake and Park City I was in. Leisha is from Kentucky, of course. Liz, it says, hi, Kelly. Samantha is from Luray, Virginia. Budget Bounce is here. Hey, happy Friday. See, it is CJ. I knew it. Budget Bounce is in Illinois. Baby Step into Freedom is in Washington. I didn't know where so many of you guys were in. This is awesome. Liz Rhodes is from Connecticut. Aw, New Englander. I am from Massachusetts. So we have that in common. That's awesome. Are you excited about the Red Sox? Please tell me you're a Red Sox fan. Please tell me. And I wouldn't be surprised if we just lost a bunch of people in the chat because I'm a Red Sox fan. All right. What else? Dawn is from Wisconsin. Ashley says, Budget Bounce, hello. I have enjoyed watching your videos. Guys, Budget Bounce is awesome. Definitely go check her out. She is a up-and-coming channel, and she's so sweet. We had a blast together at FinCon. Les says, go Sox. Good. I'm glad you're a Sox fan. Baby Stepping in Freedom said, isn't it funny how much we all know about each other, but we all know nothing about each other? It's so true. We do. I'm learning stuff about you guys all the time, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Wife on a budget, I'm actually at work, had to sneak off for a bit to watch. That's awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That is so much fun. This is awesome. I haven't done a live video in a while. I'm trying to remember when the last one I did one was. It's been quite some time. But I've been watching Baby Step Brad's videos. I went to his last 2 live streams. He does them on Thursday nights. So I went to last night's and then the week before, and they're just so much fun. It's like I need to do a live stream. So I just had to do it. I don't think I'll make it public, depending on what we chat about. So guys, this is just about you guys. If you guys have any questions for me or anything like that, then please. I just want to interact with you guys, see you guys interacting in the comments with each other, and they're so much fun. So you guys are in for a treat because this is just for you and not for the world, because I don't think it's going to be going live. All right, let's see here. And I have some questions that I've asked you to ask, and then I'm going to go to those if it kind of gets a little lull in the chat. So let's see here. Wife on a budget says, I love watching live videos. Me too. I enjoy them so much. I love them. I need to do more Instagram live and YouTube live. They're just a blast. Cassier's from Missouri. Kelly says, Kelly, how much have you lost on Weight Watchers? That's an interesting question. So in total, before my wedding, I lost 23 pounds. 23 pounds. My total goal is 30 something is the max to get to my goal weight. So I don't have too much to lose, but I did gain 10 pounds from the honeymoon and the wedding And yeah, and then just married life. You know, when you get married, you want to cook all these yummy meals, and we love Italian food and pasta and everything, and that just packed on the pounds. So now I think I'm down 11 or 12 pounds from my highest. So I'm working on getting back down, but I think like 22 total on Weight Watchers from when I was at my lowest, which was right before my wedding. All right. Let's see. Kasia says, how do you budget for retirement? So we put into our retirement, now that we are on baby step 7, we put in like 15 to 17% of our income. So my husband and I, we both max out our 401ks, and we put like 6 to 7% in to our 401ks each. And then our company matches that. And then we also max out our Roth IRAs. So between the two, we can each put $5,500 into our Roths, and so that's $11,000 there. So between those two, between our 401k and our Roth IRA, it ends up being about 15 to 17% of our income. But we are going to be putting some more in and different things, and doing more with the stock market and different things like that. And I'm actually have a video coming up with Troy from Dollar Dude. So I asked him a bunch of questions because he is so knowledgeable about investing and everything. And so I asked him a ton of questions in a video that is coming up, and I have no clue when it's going to come. I still have to edit and everything, and my schedule is so far booked out with videos, guys. Like, I have just so many videos, and you guys know I put out five videos a week, so it's awesome to have that much content and to be able to put that much out for you guys. But it does make like collabs and stuff kind of hard because I'm scheduled out. But I'm really excited for it, and we had a blast together, and it's going to have some really good bloopers. All right, let's see. Denise Walker's from Mississippi. Melly says, where did you purchase the piece of furniture behind you? I really need a piece like that, and I love it. All right, guys, this is probably my favorite piece in the house. It's has the 2 barn doors. It's from Walmart, actually. It's their Better Homes and Gardens line. It's an awesome piece. I absolutely love it. It weighs a bajillion pounds, but it is awesome. So I have that from Walmart. I have 3 of their Better Home and Garden line. I have my pantry, which you guys have seen in a lot of my like cooking videos, and then also a bookshelf from them as well. And I love it. This was it's not pricey for furniture because furniture is expensive, but it was a good $250, maybe $3. But it's an awesome piece, and it's good. All right. Ashley D says, your weight loss is impressive. As far as the gain that happens, you know what to do. Yes, very true. Wife on a Budget says, haha, I have about 10 pounds since we got married in May. Girl, it is so true. We just hit our 1st year anniversary, and October to April is really where I gained most of my weight. And then afterwards, May is like when I really got hardcore. That's when I started doing blue dot challenges and really, really just started like honing in on that and really getting serious about it. Our Life in a Budget. Angie is here. This is so awesome. Angie, we get to hang out 2 nights in a row. How awesome is that? I love it. Love it, love it. Baby Steps Brad is here. Brad, I was just talking about you. So, yeah. I was telling that I spent last night at your live stream, the last 2 weeks actually. And I just love them, and they're so much fun. Brad, how many subscribers did you get from Angie Shadow? I really want to know. So guys, Baby Steps Brad is a really awesome channel. He's an up-and-coming YouTuber. And Angie from Our Life in a Budget did a shout out video, which I haven't watched it yet today. I really wanted to, but I was just swamped at work. And I was guessing that Brad was going to reach 1,000. His big goal is 1,000 subscribers. And I was like, he was saying, yeah, I'll reach it in a year or 2 years, whatever. And I was like, I'm going to reach it tomorrow. So I want to know how many subscribers you got. Let's see. Since we're living with Money Mom, hi Kelly, your hair looks beautiful. Thank you. I'm finally starting to be okay with it. When I first got the haircut, I hated it because it was okay when I actually did it, but when I don't, it's like poofy 14-year-old hair, awkward, like, okay, and not 14-year-old hair like today's 14-year-olds because they all look flawless and beautiful, and not like the awkward, like, poofy shirts and cat shirts and just awkwardness that I had in my age, but just like awkward. It was just bad. But thank you. Let's see. Money Mom is here. Yeah, she is. Cassia says, thanks so much. I was wondering how you managed for the really long-term future. Love your videos. Thank you. Looking forward to your collab. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Angie says, I love your beach towel decor. Thank you. We live a mile from the beach, so I call it coastal farmhouse. So I call it if Joanna Gaines came to the beach and just hung out at my house. So I love a lot of like the farmhouse, that style, and then the coastal because we live by the beach. And these are lanterns from the wedding. This I got at a flea market. That was from the wedding. This box here is what we had our cards in. That actually still has our wedding cards in it, like all of our cards that came. These, that's another lantern from the wedding. This piece back here is our unity cross that we braided during the ceremony while my friend sung the song Even So Come. And then these vases in the back, these are actually from my bridal shower. And I had to trick one of my friends because they were like, no, you can't do anything for your bridal shower. But I really loved these. I saw them on Pinterest. So I wanted to make them. And I didn't trust the other girls to make them because I had a very specific look that I wanted. And so I made them, and then we told the other girls, because there was one girl that was very, very adamant that I didn't do anything for the shower. So we told her that I didn't do them. And we lied to her. So I'm sorry. I'm confessing that now. But yeah. And let's see. Oh, let me know, guys. Have you ever, I know there's a couple of people that just had a wedding and have been married recently. Did you sell any of your wedding stuff? I still have a ton of stuff for my wedding that I want to sell. I have like lanterns up the wazoo. And I just realized that you can't see the lanterns that I was just talking about. That's the lantern. Oh, and there's Skylar in the background. I have a ton of stuff in my closet that I need to sell from the wedding that I haven't been able to sell yet. And so let me know if you guys have any tips on that. What are your tricks? I need to sell some of that stuff. I need to, like, before the end of the year, I need to get that stuff out of my closet. It's taking up so much space. So let me know, guys. All right. Let's see. Charity says, how is the exercise going? About that, I just filmed my weigh-in video and admitted to you guys that I didn't exercise once this week. It's been terrible. Terrible. But this week is different. I'm going to do it tomorrow, and it's going to be awesome. Liz says, hi Liz. Leisha says, am I saying your name right, Leisha? I feel like I am, but let me know if I'm not. She says, what inspired you to start your debt-free financial freedom journey? Like, what was the turning point? This is a good one. So I know that you're kind of new to my channel, and I've talked about it a little bit, but I wanted to get married, and I wanted to, Jamie and I wanted to get married. We had been dating 3 years at that point, and I come from a lot of my friends, like the Bible college type atmosphere. I didn't go to a Bible college, but a lot of my friends did, where you like date for 6 months and get married and live happily ever after. And so I just came from that culture where you don't date, you date like very intentionally, and then you get married once you know when you found the one. Jamie came from a completely different culture of like, let's date for 3 to 5 years, and then yeah, we'll get married, and and it's just crazy to me. And so we came from very different worlds with that, and we had been dating for 3 years, and he was ready to get married. I was ready to get married, and he went to my dad. My dad was like, yeah, sure. He's very nonchalant. And then we went to his parents, or Jamie went to his parents and said, I want to propose to Kelly. And they were like, no. And Jamie was like, excuse me? They were like, we love Kelly. We know she's the one for you. She's the daughter of us already. But you guys are not financially stable. You need to finish more school. You don't have any money in the bank. And it was a slap in the face. And it was really hard. And to be honest, I was really bitter. And then 2 weeks after that, I had to share a bed with her because we went up to boot camp, to my brother-in-law's boot camp graduation. And it was a hard trip to like act like nothing was wrong when I was still really bitter and resentful. But, we used it to like get our butt in gear and to, not to prove her wrong, but kind of. And, it's what we needed to get our act together and stuff. And so we went through financial peace a couple times. And then I decided to start the channel just to like keep me accountable, and just because I had learned so much information I needed to talk about, I needed to get it out. And Jamie was like, yeah, Dave Ramsey. And he liked the program. He liked it, but he wasn't like obsessed like I was from watching people like Angie, Budget Girl, Gazelle and Tens is Dumb, the Scroggs. Angie, do you remember Chuck and Skye Scroggs? I miss them. When I first started on YouTube, they came back for one video. And I was so excited that they were back. And I was on YouTube and I was so excited we were going to collab and we were going to have so much fun. And then they did one video and stopped. But I love Chuck and Skye Scroggs. They're amazing. So I just started the channel just to keep myself accountable. And it's 2.5 years later. So that's the short version. Baby steps, Brad. So many emails, you literally doubled my subscribers. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you, Brad. Let's see. Dennis is here from TruFinancials. He is awesome. I met him at FinCon. Let's see. You and my daughter look alike. Yes, we do, John. I can see that. Everyone's saying hi. This is awesome. All right. CJ says, describe what financial peace means to you. So this is a really big one. And I was thinking about this recently. I'm starting a blog, sneak peek. I'm starting a blog, and I was writing the about section and just kind of like talking about that, where I came from and different things. And I remember I was so deep in debt. I'm even like getting teary-eyed just thinking about it now. I had my loans deferred so many times, and I didn't even know who had them or what collection agency or anything like that, getting so many phone calls. And I was afraid to pick up the phone. I was afraid, like, knocks on the door, like, scared me, because I was afraid that they were going to come and, like, take my car keys, take my house, take everything. And I just rented. I just, like, they couldn't have done that. They probably could have taken my car, but that was about it. I was, like, afraid they were going to take my cats and just barge in, and it was just so terrifying. Even I was afraid to pick up the phone calls from my dad, because he was getting phone calls, too, and I was afraid he was going to yell at me, and it was just so crazy. And so just living in that, it was so scary, such a frightening, such a just shameful place of, how could you let your money get this bad? How could you be so irresponsible with not paying your bills? I had my car repossessed at one time, guys. I don't know if you've known, that's a really, really old video, one of the first ones that it did, where my car was repossessed. And the sad thing is I had the money in the bank. I had the money for my car payments. I was just so not keeping track of my money, not keeping track of my spending. And some months I had paid extra, some months I didn't pay at all. And that I went to work one day and my car wasn't there, and I freaked out and called the police, and I thought it was stolen. And I don't know why I didn't want to steal it. But, and they're like, no, it was repossessed. And I was like, holy cow. And I just had to go through this whole thing. And I had to pay almost $1,000 extra to get my car to repossession than I had actually, that was due. And so I had to take out money from my work actually gave me an advance on my paychecks and different things. And it was just a scary, scary time, and just so shameful. And so now just not having to worry about it. I have so many, coworkers that are like, I have 37 cents to get me to the end of the week to paycheck. And I'm like, oh, it's paycheck? I get to add my paycheck into my budget. And like, it just doesn't, I have, so much extra at the end of the month where, it doesn't, the bills come out and it's, I account for them all, but I'm not like, I need my paycheck. I can't get to the next week without it. So just having that freedom, having that ability, I've talked about giving a lot lately. Giving has just completely changed. For us, we tithed the whole time that we were paying out debt and cash flowing the wedding, but just being able to give to people without thinking twice. You guys see the spontaneous giving category in our budget now, which is incredible. And just this past week, we were able to use it. I live in Florida, and I have friends that are up in the Panhandle that they didn't get hit with Hurricane Michael, but it hit 30 miles from them, and they have churches and they have friends that are close by, and so we were able to send tarps and nails and hygiene products and stuff, and not even think twice about it because we had the sinking fund, and we have the ability to just be able to bless people without even thinking twice. So it's just that's financial freedom, and that's what I mean. So that's a long answer. All right, Baby Steps Brad says, "Hey Kayla, I'm curious how many of your videos are scheduled and just how many just happen and you post right away." All of mine are scheduled. So I bulk film. I used to bulk film on Saturdays typically, but then my curtains back here somewhere. I can't get my finger over there. The sun used to shine so bright through them, and I hated it. So now I actually film most of my videos at night. I actually filmed 2 videos before this one. So I film most of my videos during like a Thursday, Friday night, and then I edit them and schedule them out. With collabs and different things like that, I do like to get those ahead of time because they do take more editing and different things like that. But all of my videos are scheduled out. I schedule them all at 6:30 in the morning because I found that that's just best for my channel. I've had so many people say that you're part of my morning routine, and I watch you when I'm getting ready for work, and I'm listening to you when I'm driving to work. So I just found that for me, it's just best to have them all first thing in the morning. Some people like them at the afternoon. Some people just upload, whenever they get it up. But that's just best for me, and it keeps me in control. So Sunday at the end of the weekend, all 5 of my videos are scheduled and ready to go. Let's see. I know I'm so far behind on your comments, but I will get to them. This is so much fun. All right. TruFinancials. Hit the like button for Kelly. It helps this video. Aw, thank you, Dennis. That's really sweet. Wife on a budget, and I had no idea what was going on. Then I saw Brad's comment. I went to bed last night with 68 subscribers. Now I'm at 192. Never thought I'd see that. That is awesome. That's really exciting. Amber says, totally understand sentimental stuff for sure. 1 year anniversary was this past summer. Don't know when, if we will sell wedding stuff. I have a lot of I have a lot of lanterns and things like that I just need to sell. And I bought sleeves for my wedding dress because I didn't think I wanted sleeveless. But then I actually ended up liking it more. So I do have sleeves that I need to sell as well. Don says, if you can believe my hubby and I got engaged after 1 month of dating. That was back in the olden days. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy. Angie says, I miss Chuck and Skye. They were so funny. They were. Guys, check out Chuck and Skye Scroggs. They still have all their videos live on their channel. They are amazing. My favorite one is when he talks about the police coming to his church, and it is amazing. It is amazing. Ashley D says, and Miss Gazelle Intense. Yeah, they changed their channel to Dad on Duty, and they still do videos every now and then. But they're awesome. I love Chris and Jackie. Our Life in a Bud says, Jeff and I dated for 5 years before we got engaged. Wanted to finish university and get our career started first. That's awesome. That's really cool. Let's see. I told you to chat harder. I know, right? Angie says, can't wait for the blog. I love writing, so I'm enjoying it. When do you think you will go live with yours? I wish I could say I love writing it. That's the hard part. I'm so not good at writing. I'm hoping to get it live sometime in November. I actually have, guys, this is a super big sneak peek. I don't have it here, but I am going to be giving away a signed copy of Rachel Cruze's book as a launch for the blog, as a giveaway. So it's gonna be awesome. I got it signed in person by Rachel at FinCon. So, and her and I had some really great conversations. I met her, Chris Hogan, so many awesome people with Ramsey Solutions. So the blog should be live probably November, December at the very, very latest. But I'm hoping for like mid-November. Maybe even sooner. I don't know. Melly said they changed the name of the stockpile Dad on Duty, but they haven't posted in a month or so. Yeah, I know that they're so busy with stuff that sometimes they post a couple of videos and then sometimes they take a break and then they post again, and so they're trying to get on their video schedule. All right, Paige says, how much would you say is reasonable for 2 people's groceries a month to get out of debt, that is? Sorry if it's a weird question, trying to get started with budgeting. No, that is an awesome question. I get that question all the time. So they say that for each person in the household, like goal would be $100 per person. So if you have 2 people in the household, $200. 5 people, $500. Now, I know that is a lot or very little for a lot of people. And depending on where you are in the country as well, groceries are so different in pricing and even different parts of the world. You know, we have some Canadians in here as well. My thing that I talk about with cutting your grocery budget, and I'm actually working on a course. You guys are getting all the sneak peeks. I'm working on creating a course for you guys too on how to cut your grocery budget and how I got mine so low to only $100 a month. And so do a spending analysis. That's number 1. So go through your bank statements or your cash envelopes. Find out how much you're spending on groceries every single month for about 6 months. Then take that average of it and say that's, I don't know, for 2 people, say that's $400. Take that average and start spending $400 every single month for a couple of months. Once you get comfortable with that, do a challenge and cut $25 that month and say, okay, this month I'm only going to spend $375. Once you get used to that for a couple of months and it gets a little bit easier, cut it another $25 and then go down to $350. And then once you get that, cut it down until you get to a spot that you're comfortable with. So many people, they just try and go drastic. They go from 400 to 200 and they're like, oh, bye, Dennis. 400 to 200 and they try and cut it and then they get burnt out. That's not going to work. So just cut it back a little bit at a time until you get to the point where you want to, and it's going to make so much of a difference. So I hope that helps. Brandon says, hello, what is this live stream about? This is just a Q&A, hanging out. If you guys have any questions, money, weight loss, anything like that, I am here to answer. Let's see. Sarah says, are you working toward early retirement or you stick with more traditional retirement plan? Oh no, early retirement for sure. I've always been an early retirement type of person. Even before I met Jamie, and then he was like 110%. I actually plan on leaving my job when I have kids. That is our big goal. So right now I'm just trying to build my foundation with my YouTube channel, my blog, different things like that, and just building that foundation so that when I do want to have kids in a couple of years, that I can just kind of sustain that and work from that and leave my full-time job. And then Jamie does want to retire pretty early. We're probably looking about, I don't know, late 40s, early 50s for retirement for him. And we want to, maybe have a second house and different things like that. His parents, they retire early as well. They're retiring this coming January. So it's cool just to see that. And right now they're working on building their dream house, and it's just awesome we're working on building plans and stuff with them. So it's so cool just to see that their dream house come to life. It's awesome. Let's see. Angie says, any plans to buy a house? We're waiting. So many of our friends bought a house right after they got married and just bought in the wrong districts, like school district and just bad area. And South Florida is so expensive. So we really just want to take our time with it. Really get a really good down payment. Make sure that we are doing that. Making sure that we're checking out school zones and stuff. The education system in South Florida is terrible. Oh, Gina's here. Hey, girl. Gina, we're just talking about money, weight loss, hanging out, whatever we want to talk about. And so school zones are just terrible down here. So we really have to be careful about that to make sure that we are not in a bad one. Let's see. Quest of Fire. Hey, girl. She said, hello, financial people. Quest of Fire says, late joining the party, but not actually at work right now. Ah, thank you for joining me at work. That's awesome. Brandon says, how can I make money last when after I pay my bills and rent? How can I make $400 last on food for the month when I'm just one person? Can you help? Check out some of my new to budgeting videos. I have a whole playlist on new to budgeting. I have a couple of videos on how I only spend $100 a month on groceries as a single person. So I know that those are pretty extreme for you, but I think there's a lot of really great tips that you can apply and just cut your grocery budget down. I think that would be really, really helpful for you, Brad. Decade of Freedom is here. Hey, guys. Jana and Eric is here. Oh, gosh. We got some awesome people in here. Let's see. For Robin said, my husband proposed on day 7. This December makes 20 years. Holy cow. That is incredible. That is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I love all the love going on in here. This is awesome. Everyone is talking about each other's channels and how much they enjoy them. This is so awesome. Let's see. Needing Less says, new to your channel, love your journey and help. Thank you. That's really sweet. Paige says, thanks, that helps a lot. Decade of Freedom says, early retirement is a plan here too. Quest Price says, yes, Kelly's on fire. New channel name. I don't know. I'm thinking about possibly rebranding my channel later on, like super far later on down the road. I'd love to do like family vlogging when I have kids. I probably wouldn't do it on this channel. I'd probably create a separate vlogging channel, but I love watching family vlogs. Love, love, love them. I feel like they're family. A recent favorite of mine is the Cooper family. They are just incredible, and I absolutely love them. And then B00 Fam is another favorite. They don't vlog anymore. They just had some really tragic stuff go on, and they just had to stop because they lost after loss of a child and stuff. But he's actually a gaming YouTuber, and Jamie used to watch his gaming stuff, and then he started a family vlog. And so Jamie had me start watching them, and I became obsessed with them. Obsessed. She actually lived like 20 minutes away from where I was at one point. She didn't live there when I did, but yeah, I just love their family so much. I just love watching family vlogs. So hopefully down the road when I have kids and stuff, we can do some family vlogging. That would just be awesome. Baby Steps Brad, how do I get my wife to make a cameo in my videos? Good question. Ask my husband, because he doesn't like being in my videos either. But yeah. I did talk to One Big Happy at FinCon, and I asked them how they started getting Joseph in the videos because he was never in them. And they said that they did the husband tag video, and then after that he was in the video. So I'm going to try and do that, and maybe it'll work for me. I doubt it, but let's hope. But with Jamie, he's been in a few videos that you guys have seen him in. I like him. He likes being in more of like the vlog ones. He doesn't like the sit down videos. He did do a couple live streams with me, like when we paid off our debt. He was there obviously, and he actually had more fun than he thought he would because you guys were so interactive in the chat. I don't know, maybe your wife would like a live stream and just seeing how we are all interacting and stuff, and that may be a good one for her. But I would love to meet her for sure. Let's see. Quest to Fire, early retirement is a goal here too, if that wasn't obvious enough. So FIRE, for you guys that don't know, FIRE is a financial independence, retire early. That's what FIRE stands for. And her channel. Let's see. Gina Pearson says, my kind of chat. I've been in a dark, quiet room all day. Oh, girl. Yeah, let's chat. Let's chat. Since we're living with Money Mom, Kelly, do you plan on doing YouTube after you have Dave Jr.? Absolutely. Absolutely. I have no intention of stopping YouTube anytime in the future. So who knows what God has in store, but I don't have any plans to stop it. Decade Freedom says, Ed and I have been married 26 on the 17th, 31 years together. That's awesome. Paige says, how do you do date nights when you're getting in debt? Hubby doesn't cook, so it definitely wouldn't be cooking together. All right, let's talk about, this is going to be a rant time. Let's talk about cooking together. My husband, Jamie, did 4 years of culinary in high school. Has he cooked me dinner once since we've been married? Nope. He cooked me breakfast one time when we were dating. One time on my birthday. That's it. I don't know. We just like going out to the park. We live by a beach, so sometimes we'll go to the beach. Sometimes we'll just go on walks and just chit chat. There's one time where I wanted to get a lot of steps in and wanted to go for like a walk run type of thing. And Jamie's a runner. He ran cross country. And he's like, just go for like 10 miles. Yeah, I'm bored. Let's go for a 10-mile run, which is just crazy to me. And so I want to have him to teach me how to run. And we were supposed to go on one. And then we ended up just talking about work and life and this and that. It was just such a fun date night. And I was like, I'm not even going to pressure the running. This was just so enjoyable to just do that. So just get a picnic, eat dinner. Sometimes like eat dinner on the floor. Just do something different. Just mix it up and have fun. Play games. We love games like dominoes, games like that. One of our favorite new games is called Chicken Foot. It is a dominoes game. It is so much fun. So much fun. Let's see. Wendy says, love the Cooper family. Samantha says, love the Cooper family. Such a well-rounded family. They are. They're so awesome. I feel so bad for their basement. It got flooded in the hurricane. Quest for says, someone needs an ultrasound. Duty calls. The joys of working the ER on Friday night. Third shift. I'll be back if I can. Bye for now. Have fun. Ooh, ER. That's a tough part of the hospital. Brandon, did you answer my question? Yes, I did. Check out those new to budgeting playlists. I'll find my own chat for me. Baby says Brad, 10-mile run, debt-free marathon meetup. Oh gosh. Yeah, he doesn't run much anymore, but he can. Julie says, I'm on a budget coupon, then life happens. I feel like step one step forward, 2 steps back. That happens. You know, they talk about budgeting. It takes 3 to 6 months to really get used to it. I don't know how long you've been doing it, but don't get discouraged. Just keep at it. It won't disappoint you. Just keep going. Keep trucking. Sensible Living with Money says, Tasha and Joseph, cute. I adore them. Then she said, Jamie's a handsome young man. Yeah. One Big Happy. Guys, if you don't know One Big Happy Life, go check them out. They are so fun. Angie says, I'm training for a half marathon coming up. I don't know how, so I'm good to go. You are crazy. I don't know how you do it. One of my coworkers is training for a half right now too. She's doing the Disney half marathon coming up. I don't know how to do it. Brandon says, what do I type into YouTube? So Brandon, I will actually link in the chat right now what to go to. I'll do the playlist for you. There's actually 2 playlists that I will link for you. One is how to only spend $100 on groceries. And then the second one is called New to Budgeting. Let's see. New to Budgeting, Simple Budgeting Basics. So let's see. Whoop, I don't want to do that. Where is, hold on guys. Do 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 do. Share. Brandon, are you subscribed to my channel? I sure hope so. I got 650 videos on budgeting and weight loss, but I've got a ton of videos for you, Brandon. We have you covered. Let's see. Come on. This old MacBook is a little slow. So at Brandon. All right, Brandon, that's the first one. That is the how I only spend $100 on groceries. And then this one is the new to budgeting playlist. And I think the how I only spend $100. Okay, so actually the second one that I'm doing, this one has those grocery videos in it as well. So if you want to just do this second one, then that is fine because this has both in it. So at Brandon. All right. So I hope that helps. All right, let's get back. Angie says she's training for a half marathon. Don said, did you like how I said Dave Jr.? Yes, that was really funny. I did laugh. You commented that before, and it got a good chuckle out of me. Let's see. You guys are so funny. You're talking about Canada, geography. Paige says, tips for getting your spouse on board with spending less on groceries. Hubby is used to all the soda and snacks he wants. Yeah, that's a struggle. Jamie does like his sodas. He definitely is a soda Pepsi kind of guy. But, just cut back a little bit and get him used to doing it. Get him used to doing water or like Crystal Light, stuff like that, just to do it. And then do it maybe later on as a treat or as a reward for something. But definitely just start cutting back a little bit. I am huge at not making any drastic decisions. And I actually listened to a podcast today of Whitney Hansen, who was interviewing Rachel Cruze. And it was fun because I actually watched the interview live happen at FinCon, and it was fun to re-listen to it now that it's live on her podcast. But she talked about, the spender and the free spirit. When the spender wants to get on board and all this stuff, and the free spirit is a little reluctant, and the saver is like, all right, we're gonna do Dave Ramsey, we're gonna get on a budget, and we're gonna sell the car, we're gonna sell your motorcycle, we're gonna stop eating out, we're gonna cut cable, we're gonna do all this thing. And it's all the stuff that's gonna affect the spender, and the spender's like, whoa. So just calmly getting, not doing it too rash and too hardcore. It really, really just helps, just kind of easing into it, cutting little things at a time and just controlling your spending. That's huge. Tracking your spending, showing your progress. When I was first getting Jamie on board with it, I would just show him, when we first got married, I would just show him look, babe, look how much we were able to put to savings. Look how much when we cut this, we were able to make progress in this. And he was like, oh, wow, we were able to save that much money. And I was like, yes, we were. So just show him the progress you guys are making, and that'll be huge. Let's see. Palmclon, I don't even know how to say your name, so I'm not going to try. But they said how much you try to save money, put away in a month. So we have our sinking funds that we're funding for. So currently we're trying to save for a new car for me. We're trying to save for a building fund long distance and for vacation funds. But we typically put between $4,000 and $6,000 a month in savings. And that just all goes into our sinking fund. So if you watch my Excel budget tutorials, one just actually went live today. My October mid-month budget went live. But I do my report cards every 2 weeks. So check those out. And so we're on baby step 7, so we are debt free, and yes, we are able to put quite a bit of money into savings, which is awesome. Let's see. Maybe says, Brett, love how you know everyone's names off the top of your head. I'm such oh, goodness. Oh, Brad. Angie says, any good podcasts will you listen to besides Dave Ramsey's? Always looking for good recommendations. So I'm honestly not a podcast person. I've never been too much into podcasts except for Dave Ramsey. But FinCon is huge in podcasts. They are like, it started as mainly a podcast conference. So I'm starting to try and dabble into them. But the main one that I've really started enjoying is Whitney Hansen. Let me see. I think she's Money Nerds. She is awesome. And I met her and hung out with her for a little bit. And so her podcast is The Money Nerds. And I will link that here in a second for you. But she is awesome. She is so fun, so knowledgeable. She does a lot of money coaching as well. Podcast commendation. Yeah, Whitney is awesome. I love her. So I will have that linked for you. Okay, so I think I misunderstood the question that I got asked earlier, is how much do you try and save in money? And someone responded, Dave Rim says $1,000. Yes. So I thought you were talking about how much I personally put away to savings a month, but I recommend $1,000 first. Have that as your baby emergency fund. Once you have that, then start paying off your debt. All your debt, credit cards, car payments, student loans, bank loan, personal loan, whatever it may be, have those all paid off except for your mortgage. And then once that, then do a 3 to 6 month worth of expensive emergency fund. So a big emergency fund, 6 months worth of expenses. Ours is $25,000. And then once you do that, then you can start funding other sinking funds and different things like that. Paige says, that makes sense. I've tried to get him on budget before, but hate telling him no. So we end up losing the budget altogether. Slowly will work better, I think. Don't give up on budgeting. Don't give up on budgeting. If anything, do it yourself, and just at the end of the month, tell him, how much progress you made. Do a zero-based budget in Excel. Track everything that you do. My biggest thing with budgeting that people don't do is they don't track their spending. If I spend 75 cents at a vending machine, I track it. I put that on paper, and I want to know everything that I'm spending. And your eyes are opened when you are doing that. And it's like, holy cow, I didn't realize I was spending that much money. So definitely, don't give up on budgeting. And he'll get on board. Just don't be too pushy with it. That's huge. And I need to turn the air up because I'm cold. Hold on. I turned the air conditioning way down low because I thought I was going to be hot from these lights, but it's actually really cold in here. Let's see. The Elliot said, need to add my son's grocery bill. Sophomore in college, boys can really eat, so trying to decide if I should get a Sam's card. Check out my most recent Dumbing It Friday where I talked about bulk shopping and if I think it is worth it or not. So last Friday's Dumbing It Friday. Check it out. Nauticus New said, I like you to do another clothing haul. Your Amazon was great, like your style. Maybe any advice on shopping? Absolutely, I love that. This shirt was actually in my haul. And this one here. I didn't get as much views and stuff as I thought from that video. So, I don't know. Let me know. Would you guys watch another clothing haul? I love doing them. But I just don't want to do them if you guys aren't going to watch them. Maybe said Fred, Which roll is my go-to? It's a little hippie wellness and vegan, but it makes me happy. Paige says, I was never in debt before marriage. I'm a big saver. Money burns a hole in his pocket. Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's tough. I was in debt. Jamie was not before when we started dating. But that's because his parents had a college fund for him and mine didn't. But he's definitely a spender, and he had a lot of waking up to do and a lot of, it was a big adjustment. Watch the video that I did on why my husband has an unlimited eating out budget. It was really, really hard on our marriage. And so many people talked about, talking about finances in your marriage and how it's so important. And we got to that part in premarital counseling, and I was like, we're fine with this. We're debt free. We're cash flowing our wedding. We're rocking, going into marriage with no debt. Money's not going to be an issue. But it was. And just talking about money, being opening with money, we fought so much in the beginning of our marriage about money. And it was so hard because he was such a spender. I was such a free spirit. He was such a spender. I was such a nerd and not wanting to spend money. And he was like, if I have the money, I spend it. And he just kind of had like the mentality of, I make good money, I can spend good money, and if it's in the account, then it's there to spend. And didn't have the like savings goals, but at the same time wants big things down the road. So it was just like, okay, if you want those big things, you have to sacrifice now to get them. So it was just an adjustment, and just working together and communicating. Let's see. Decade to freedom. So every time I write country's name, my comment disappears. That's weird. Let's see. You guys know. We call them states because it's too long to say United Providences of America. That's awesome. Julie, is there a certain monthly budget planner you use? I do everything in Excel. I have a Excel budget template that I actually just started selling on Etsy. So it is $5 for the budget template. And it's the exact same budget that I use. So if you want to, it's in the link in all of my videos. So go check that out if you want. But I just do everything in Excel. I've tried every dollar. It's just not for me. I'm an Excel person. I feel like I have a lot more control over it. Hi from Denver. Go with Les. Hey, how are you guys? I can't believe you guys are talking about snow. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It is so hot here in Florida. You provide the wine, I'll bring the map. Proud to meet you in New York since you know where that is for geography lesson. Oh, Angie. You crack me up. Crack me up. I think I lost you guys there. My collab, the collab coming out on Sunday is going to be so much fun, guys. And it has a blooper at the end. So Skylar, I'll give you a sneak peek. She was just acting crazy. And she ended up pulling a plug out on my lights. And the light fell over, made a big crash. And my reaction was just, hysterical. And so that is at the end of my video. Let's see. Mississippi Mom 2 says, hoping 29 is a better year. We kept treading water. I feel like we will really be starting over. Tips on how to deal with the extras that come up in the month with all and eat up all my snowball. That's tough. That's a really tough question. Just keep at it. Keep tracking your money, as you're tracking it from one month to another. when you finish the month, really dig in and analyze and say, okay, did I need to make this purchase? Did I need to make this purchase? Can I cut this next month? How can I save money here? What companies can I call to lower my car insurance, or can I call my cable company, or anything like that? And just making those sacrifices, and challenging yourself, doing a pantry challenge. I have a pantry challenge video coming out this week, where we save $30 from doing the challenge. So that's a really big one. And just doing everything that you can to cut any money you have. And you do have the extra money for the snowball. That's great. And just be thankful that you have that extra money for your snowball, and you're not going to more debt. And that's the same thing I say with people that use the emergency fund. They work so hard to build up the emergency fund, and they get so discouraged when they do have to use it. But I'm like, no, that's a good thing. It's there. It's going to happen. Murphy's going to come. But at least you have it, and you're not going into debt. At least you're not putting that on credit cards or taking out a loan for it. So just be thankful for that. Let's see. Oh, Fayla's in the house. Hey, Fayla. She says, hey, girl, any tips on how to stay motivated when you've been on Baby Step 2 for 4 years and still have a ways to go? Whew, that's a tough one. Debt-free charts. My charts, I've showed you them. Just keeping them in front of you, keeping them motivated, and celebrating the little milestones. A friend of mine, Budget Girl, she was the one that we watched the Debt-Free Scream together. So she celebrated and did something every $5,000. So take however much debt you have and maybe separate into chunks. And, if you have $20,000 left or $80,000 left, whatever it is, set it into chunks. And, every $1,000, every $5,000, whatever it may need to be, do something to celebrate. Maybe you and Junior go out to eat, or you and Junior do something, or something with the kids, or whatever it may be, to keep you motivated. And that way you look forward to that next step, that next 1,000, the next 5,000. And you're like, all right, what can we do to get there? What can we sell? What can we, not eat out to get, so that we can get there faster? And just using that as motivation. Let's see. Oh, it said, we're thankful 76 degrees here in Mississippi. Last week was still in the 90s. It is hot. It is so hot. I walk outside and I just start sweating. I was on the phone with my coworker as we left work yesterday, and I was like, the back of my neck already has sweat, and I'm not even at the stoplight leaving the parking lot. It is so hot in Florida. Brad says, Raina, but any pets in the house? Pet owning is on a bud, can be tough. Yes, I have Skylar right behind me, and Piper's locked in the bedroom because he would lock down all of these lights and be all walking across my computer. Owning pets on a budget is hard. Do you have cats, dogs? What do you have? I don't know what you have. Well, we have 2 cats, and they're pretty easy, low maintenance, but sometimes things come up. Sometimes vet bills come up, and it can be tough. I haven't shared too much on my channel, but I did have to put down one of my cats, Simba, several years ago. It was like 5 or 6 years ago, which is Skylar's litter mate. And I don't know if I think it was happened when it cut out, but I told you guys that on Sunday's video, Sunday coming up, I'm in a collab, and Skylar knocked over my lighting kit, and huge crash and everything in the bloopers. So make sure you check that out. It's really funny. You can see her winding up that she's gonna pounce on the couch, and then just whoom. So it's really funny. But anyway, so Simba. So he had just a lot of inside stuff, UTI stuff, and all this. And took him to the emergency vet, and thought they were just gonna put a catheter in. It was gonna be fine, a couple $100, whatever. And they said that he needed surgery, that it was going to be $1,800. And I didn't have $1,800 in my bank account. I think I had maybe $700 to my name. And so they were like, oh, we can do, a loan type credit thing, and, it'll be fine, and this and that. And but they did say that, we can do the surgery, but we don't know if it's going to fix it. He could need another surgery a couple months later. He could need it years later. He could fix it. Who knows? And so I was like, all right, let me see if I qualify for the credit thing. It was denied so fast. And I didn't have the money, and I was just like, you know what? I love him, but he was in so much pain, so miserable. And I had to make the decision to put him down, and it was so hard. It was such a hard decision. But at the end of the day, and you guys, I don't know how you're going to react to this. At the end of the day, I had to say, this is a pet. It's not a child. And I love my pets. I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it. I love my pets so much. I've had Skylar for over 10 years now. But at the end of the day, it's not a child, and I wasn't, I couldn't afford to keep him. I couldn't afford him. He was in so much pain and so sick that that's what I had to do. So sometimes you do have to make those tough decisions, and it can be hard, and they can be expensive. But have a sinking fund. Have a sinking fund where you're putting $30 a month away, and then when something does come up, or a vet bill does come up, or medicine, they have ticks or fleas or whatever it is, you have that sinking fund, so it's not like this huge, oh crap, I can't pay everything. So yeah. Wife on a budget. Bye, girl. Let's see. Amber says my cat is worth every bit. That is so sweet. So sweet. I love cats. Our life says Jinxie eats better than we do. Organic cat food, only the best for our fur prints. So cute. You need to have him in more videos. I love when he's in your videos, Angie. Mississippi mom says my son is off to college in January, so maybe grocery bill will go down. Yeah, I bet it will go down quite a bit. Wendy says, so thankful that we are on baby step 3. We had 2 NBA ER visits in a week. Bills will be paid in full. That is, Skylar almost just knocked over the lights again. She is on a rampage right now. That is awesome. That is really, really cool that you were able to cash flow them. ER visits are never fun. Never fun. But I'm really glad that you were able to cash flow them. Pamela smiled. Hey. Brad says, I have 2 pups. It's hard. I had cats years ago. Love animals. Yes. Go with Less says, we house sit other people's. That's awesome. Yeah. That's one way to get your pet fixed and to make a little extra money. What are you doing? You want to come here? She is hanging out, but she does not want to jump on my lap. She only jumps on my lap when I have like a blanket or a towel. She loves towels. I don't know what it is. Paige says, we have 1 small dog. Her food isn't too expensive, but her vet bills are sometimes steep when we have them. Definitely need to put her in our budget to more have her savings account, basically. Yeah, a sinking fund would be awesome for her, Paige. Go with Less says, oops, said other people said, all the love, none of the moolah. Exactly. Pamela says, how do you deal with setbacks? It seems like every time I feel like we finally be able to start paying off some debt, it happens. Job loss, ER visit, car accident, etc. It's so frustrating. That's tough. So Dave Ramsey, he recommends $1,000. Now, that's a good amount of money, but, some people, they may need a little bit more money of, maybe $3,000 or $5,000, in case something like that does come up. So maybe think about upping your emergency fund. Now, with the emergency fund, you do want to make sure that it's not too high. The emergency fund should scare you. So that's one of the reasons why Dave has it so low, is because he wanted to scare people. He wanted to be like, oh crap, there's not a lot of money in here. I need to get out of debt as quickly as I can, pay off this debt as quickly as I can so that I can get my 6-month emergency fund and have like comfort. And just having $1,000, it's supposed to scare you. So just be careful of that. And then just sinking funds. Have some sinking funds for when those things come up, like medical sinking funds, so that, if it does hit. And then remember that if it does, thank God you didn't have to go into more debt for it, that you were able to use your sinking fund and to have that security so that it's not taking on debt. Who was it? I think it was Lydia Sen that did a video this past week where she talked about people that, the credit card was thought as for emergencies. And that's, the mindset that was like instilled in us. Get a credit card for emergencies when you're 18. And emergencies should never cost you interest. Emergencies are stressful enough That it shouldn't be like, oh, you have to pay this emergency and then 20% on top of it for however many long years and on top of it. No, that's what an emergency fund is. You should not have to pay interest and pay off your emergency for years and years and years. Like, that is crazy. And like, the marketing in that is just genius, which just drives me crazy because I wish they weren't so smart. But they are, and like, that's just how they get you. It's crazy, and how they make so much money. Guys, the credit card companies, they bank on your emergencies. They bank on you guys not being responsible with your money. And oops, Murphy happened, or oops, I didn't check the statement, or oops, I really wanted it because it's pretty, or it's a big TV. And yeah, no, guys, pay cash. Let's see. That was a little tangent. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Wife on Budget says, I have a dog. I would spend my entire emergency fund on her if I had to come to that. She's my best friend. That's awesome. Budget Bound says, we have a small dog and 2 counts, aged 8, 9, and 10. We used to have 5 total, which was way too many. Decade of Freedom says, take care, Kelly and everyone. Good night. Old lady signing off. Have a good night. Let's see. Amber says we budget $25 a month for the cat as a cash sinking fund, and that takes care of everything. That's awesome. Yeah, $25 a month. Having a sinking fund is great for animals. Amber says, great to be able to watch and learn from you and others who are far along on the financial freedom journey. Thank you. Trash Bag Fashion Lover says, hi, how are you? I'm great. How are you? Tamala says, yes, the market is great and hard to think clearly during the stressful situation like that. Easy to make a bad decision. So true. So true. Yes, absolutely true. This has been so much fun, guys. I had a list of questions that people asked me, and I don't think I need any of them. I do not need them. Do you guys have any other questions? What are you guys doing tonight? I can't believe you're hanging out with me on your Friday night. That is awesome. And good for you for not like being out clubbing at the bar. I don't know who goes clubbing anymore, but I never went clubbing. But yeah, that is so awesome. It is a frugal Friday night. Paige says, we only have $600 right now in an emergency fund, and my hubby needs a new prosthetic leg. Oh, that's tough. Keep chugging there, Paige. I'm rooting for you. I am. That's really tough. Tough. Okay. You know what? Some of these questions are really good, so I want to get to some of them. Let's see. Budget Bliss says, when will your blog be live? Is it an extension of your YouTube channel, or will you be discussing other topics? So the blog will be mostly just an extension of the YouTube channel, with like budgeting, weight loss, different things like that. I am going to have, I want to have a lot of guest blogs on. I love reading other people's blogs and stuff, and so just having, people guest blog, that's going to be really fun. And just whatever topic, kind of floats me. But it'll be like more of just the lifestyle, budgeting, weight loss type of realm. Let's see. All right. Tracy says, what are your thoughts on prepaid credit cards? Isn't there a fee attached to them? With every paycheck, I've been buying a $20 Amazon gift card and a $20 Domino's gift card to have on hand in case a birthday comes up. There's something going on to buying from Amazon, or nobody feels like cooking, so we use the pizza card. Do you know of a lot of folks that do that? We also do cash envelopes. Thanks. I honestly don't. That's a really cool thing that if your budget allows it, I know a lot of people that wouldn't be able to afford that in their budget, but if your budget allows it, then that's really cool. And that's great that, if gifts come up, then you can have that as well, just to be able to be like, oh, here, I got this for you. So prepaid credit cards. I'm assuming that you're talking about like the the American Express, the Visa gift cards. Those have a fee when you purchase them. Some of them do. I think it's like a $295 fee, but they don't have any interest. They work just like a gift card would work, but they're it's pretty much just like a gift card. It's just by the brand Amazon or brand Visa or brand or American Express. They're not like ones that you have to pay off because the money is preloaded onto it. Ashley says, I am new here. Welcome. We are on baby step 4 and 5, wondering what your thoughts on paying off some mortgage versus maxing out retirement. We are in our 30s and don't want to miss out on the compounding years. That's a great question. And Christopher's back. So we put 15 to 17% of our income into retirement. We are really big on that, and we really want to make sure that we do have a great retirement and that we are getting the compound interest. Now, when we do have a house, we will be paying it off early. We're going to do a 15-year fixed rate mortgage for sure. Have at least 20% down payment, probably more, but at least 20%. And we'll be paying that off because we don't want the mortgage and the interest and all of that. But at the same time, we do want to make sure that we are, funding our retirement fully and doing that. So if you have, a little extra in your budget and you want to go more than 15%, maybe do like 22% into retirement, and then anything on top of that going towards the mortgage. But you do want to make sure that you are, to paying off the mortgage early. I hear so many arguments of a mortgage is good and you get the tax write-off and this and that. And my biggest, that just baffles me when people say that, because guys, you can use tax deductions in other ways. You can do it by giving. I was looking at our giving Excel spreadsheet, and we've given over $15,000 to charities so far this year. $15,000 in just 10 months. And I personally would much rather that tax benefit than the tax benefit of interest of my money going towards something that I'm passionate about, something towards something that I care about, like the local church or missionaries, or we gave a couple $100 this past month to, what is it? It's called For Kids. It's like foster care. And so it's so cool just to be able to do that. And I'd much rather give my money and getting a tax deduction for something like that than paying interest on my mortgage. So that argument just baffles me every single time. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a rant there. Paige says, what are the baby steps everyone is talking about? Is this stupid? No, not at all. So we were talking about the Dave Ramsey baby steps. So he has broken down the baby steps into a very simple, easy to understand process, and things you do one thing at a time, one step at a time. You're not trying to just tackle all of these things, but just doing one at a time. So the first one is to save $1,000, and that's going to be your mini emergency fund. And then after that, then you're going to pay off all of your debt. So you're going to start with your debt, and you're going to do the debt snowball. So that is listing all of your debts from smallest to largest, regardless of interest rate. Any car loans, credit cards, student loans, lines of credit, anything like that, anything outside of your mortgage, paying off all of your debt. Once that is done, then you will do your 6-month emergency fund. So your fully funded emergency fund, which is 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. Once you do that, then you will do invest 15% of your income into your retirement. And then after you do that, then you will fund your kids' college, and then you will pay off your house early, and then you will build wealth in giving. And 4, 5, and 6 can be all done at the same time of investing for retirement, your kids' college, and paying off the house early is all done at the same time. I'm personally on baby step 7 because we don't have any kids, we don't have a mortgage or anything like that, and we're debt free. We have our fully funded emergency fund. So it's really fun. So 7 is just about building wealth and giving, which is awesome. Let's see. Ashley says, thank you. Yes, so much info out there. It's mind-boggling. It is. It really is. Paige says, okay, is it a program that you pay for? So he does have, Dave Ramsey does have a program. It's called Financial Peace University. It's about $100, and it's a lifetime membership, so you can take the class as many times as you want. I think it's like an 8-week class, 9-week class, something like that, that you take it online. They have them in a lot of local churches, different places. Some even universities are offering them now. And then also he has a book called The Total Money Makeover, which is an incredible book that maps everything out as well. And then there is an incredible YouTube community that talks about all the steps and everything. My channel is about that. Andrew from Our Life on a Budget, the Budget Balance, Baby Steps Brad. There's so many people even in this chat here that talk about the baby steps, and I've learned so much from watching videos. I have like 650 videos on the baby steps and everything. So there's tons of content in it, and staying motivated and just encouraging each other. And you know, when you're discouraged about paying off your debt, when you're discouraged about, you know, you just had to use your emergency fund for something, it's so great just to have this community that we can learn from each other, encourage from each other. It's awesome. Let's see. All right, Marcela Lopez says, what are some ways to keep you motivated to pay off debt? Sorry, this chair is not very comfortable after an hour and a half of sitting in. Paying off debt and staying motivated. Guys, just keep your goal in front of you. Be reminded of your goal often. And I talked about it earlier, but just having those mini milestones. And this is something that I learned from Budget Girl. And it's just so great that, you know, if you have $30,000 that you're trying to pay off, you know, every $5,000, have a reward, have a milestone. And whether it be a little purse or a manicure or something that you've been delayed gratifying and waiting for, is having that milestone in front of you. So you're like, all right, I have $2,000 more. What can I do to get there quicker? What can I do? How can I cut my grocery budget? What pantry challenge can I do so that I hit my goals faster? And that way it motivates you to get there. And then you do that, you have the reward, you enjoy the reward, and then you work towards the next one, the next one. And the next thing you know, money's done. You're paying off your debt and you're debt free. It's really going to help motivate you. And then just watching YouTube. YouTube is a huge motivating. When I'm, you know, discouraged in my weight loss journey, when I'm discouraged in savings, when I'm discouraged in my finances, whatever it is, I go to YouTube. And it's awesome just to have the community and watch it by, like, one video on someone's channel can get me fired up. Like, one video is all it takes sometimes. Sometimes it takes 5 videos. Sometimes it takes a whole binge watching session. But it really gets me fired up. It really is just a game changer. Paige, I'm so glad I found you on Instagram. This is so helpful. Ah, thanks, Paige. Thank you. I really enjoy this. I love this community page. It's incredible. I've been on YouTube for 2.5 years now, and it's such a hobby and such a passion of mine of just helping people get out of debt. And I've been there. You know, we are debt free now, but if you watch my older videos, which are a little embarrassing to be honest, but you know, I was paying off my student loans as a single person, and I was dating, but we hadn't combined our finances. And then we became debt free, and then we cash flowed our wedding. We cash flowed a $30,000 wedding, and there goes Skylar. And so it was just so much fun just to be able to document the journey and go through my struggles. And there were some hard times, and but I learned a lot along the way, and I learned from you guys, and I just documented the whole thing. And I don't know what she's crying about. What are you doing? She wants to play. She wants to play fetch. What cat plays fetch? Both my cats, Skylar and Pepper, play fetch. It's crazy. Wife on a Budget says, YouTube helps me through so much in life. So glad I finally decided to join the community. Absolutely love it. It is. It's so much fun. So much fun. I was a little nervous about starting my channel originally, but I'm so glad I did. All right, I'm losing my voice. We're going to wrap this up soon. So if you have any final questions, leave them in the comments. But it is going to be wrapping up soon. Questavirus says, yes, so agree. The entire financial YouTube community keeps me on the right path when the going gets tough. Baby steps 2 can take years. Having a support community helps immensely. It really does. This community is incredible. Incredible. We have so many awesome channels. So many. And they're just absolutely incredible. Crouching robot. I love the cat emoji. So sweet. Let's see. Last question that I brought with me is because of Dave, who has an awesome Instagram. She is incredible. Guys, go check out her Instagram. I want her to get on YouTube. I need to help her get on YouTube. She said, what was the best part of FinCon? My favorite part of FinCon was just meeting so many other like-minded people, spending time with Budget Girl, spending time with Dollar Dude, Wife on a Budget, One Big Happy, Roberto Blake. It was just awesome just to be able to connect with them and just meet them in real life. And I've watched them for so many years and felt like we were friends on the internet, but just finally becoming friends in real life. It was so awesome. It just awesome. Yeah, it was a blast. Julie Carr says, I like the community. There's no judgment. Yes. No judgment here, guys. We've all been through so many struggles. We've all just been through a lot that, there really isn't any judgment whatsoever. Paige says, I created a detailed Excel spreadsheet budget tracker before giving up last year. Props to you for selling yours. That takes work. Yes, Excel. I love my Excel budget. It is a game changer. It has helped me so many times, and just I love tracking all of my spending. I actually love to input all the different parts of it and just update my budget. I'm a total nerd in that aspect, but I love it. Go with us. I'm sorry we didn't get to meet at FinCon next year. Yes, I'm so bummed. I was really looking forward to meeting you, but I'm just, it didn't happen. But next year, DC, it's going to happen. Do you already get your ticket? My ticket is already done. Done. It was so fun. All right, guys. I am wrapping it up. I am pretty tired, but I will talk to you guys in a little bit. So go check out those videos that we talked about. I had 5 new videos this week, and yeah. So my husband, he was like, yeah, Jamie has the same reaction. Yeah. All right.